On today's content, I'm going to be discussing with you all my experience as a teacher here in Qatar, how I was able to land my first job as a teacher, the pros and the cons of teaching in Qatar. If this sounds interesting to you, can you keep on watching to the end? Do not miss out on any points. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing this pretty face for the first time, it is good to have you here. You might want to consider joining the family. It's all love here. I share everything and anything you need to know about Qatar, so consider joining the family. Now let's get right into our video for today. I'll start by sharing my story with you all on how I was able to get my first teaching job, and you would pick points from it. Okay, here in Qatar, especially if you don't have golf experience and you are not from the Western world, getting a teaching job can be a hassle. I have gotten a series of questions from people that told me, Shioma, I am in Qatar. I have been trying to send my CV. I've sent my CV to almost all the schools and I'm not getting callbacks. And I tell them that yes, you will not get callbacks because you are not doing these things right. I'll tell you the way I did mine, and I was able to get a teaching job, and for you to also try that approach, and hopefully we'll get good news. Sorry if the noise is disturbing. As usual, we're outside. So in 2018, I think I arrived here 2018. When I arrived, I got teaching assistant job. That was in December. And to be honest with you, being a teaching assistant, especially in a nursery school, is stressful. I was living in a different city. I was living in Maida, and where I am teaching is in Al Wakra. If you are based in Qatar, you know how far this place is. And if I said I want to use my normal transport, my salary for transport fare, at the end of the day, there is nothing. That means all the salary is going to go into that, because the salary is little. I have to wake up 4 a.m. I have to wake up 3 o'clock to join the first bus by 4 a.m. and then I will join the next bus by 5 o'clock just for me to get to work by 6 o'clock, because school in Qatar starts 6:30, 7 o'clock because of the weather. So it was not really easy. But you know one thing about me, that's what we call sacrifice. I had to make that sacrifice because I knew what I wanted. I know that I don't have teaching experience here in Qatar, and I cannot get a teaching job, even though I was doing the certificate. But believe you me that even the certificate that I did, I'm yet to collect it. I haven't even used that certificate to teach. You can imagine. So I worked as a teacher assistant for 6 months. A teaching assistant, especially in the nursery school, you are the one to feed the kids, clean their tables, clean the room most of the times. But there are some schools that have cleaners, but there are some schools that they will use you as the cleaner. Clean their rooms, take them to the toilet, change their diaper. Seriously, it's crazy. But I just had to do that for a while just for me to get experience. So while I was there, I was teaching assistant. I would sit down and watch the teacher teach, the style of teaching, because back in Nigeria where I was coming from, the teaching style there and the teaching style here is very, very different. So I had to learn. So I'll always sit down there and learn. So the first point I'm telling you all is, if you're looking for a teaching job, don't just fly into teaching job. Get a job as a teacher assistant. Don't look for a teaching job because they will not call you. You don't have golf experience. You don't have Qatar experience. You are not a Westerner. Do not expect any call. So the first point is, go step by step. Be ready to go through the process by being a teacher assistant. After 6 months that I was a teacher assistant, then I started applying for the post of a teacher. What Qatar is after is they want to see you demonstrate, because if you go for an interview, they want you to do, they call it demo, that is demonstration in the class. They want to see you how you are with the kids. Then I went for my first interview with this woman, and she said, okay, fine, can you do a demonstration in the class? I was able to do a demonstration because of the experience I had with my previous school, and voila, I got the job. And it was times two of that salary which I was being paid. So imagine I did not go step by step into it. I might, I might not even have, maybe I would have still be a teacher assistant. So please try to do it step by step. Why the next point I'm going to be dropping for you all is, don't just send your CV randomly. There is something I used to do as a then. In my area, I would check for schools around my area. Then I would call them. Because when you send your CV randomly to them, they would not even they will not even check it. That's just the truth. Most of these schools, they will not check your CV. So call them and ask them, do they have vacancy, that you're a teacher, that you have taught in the school, that you want to confirm if they have vacancy. If they have vacancy, they'll tell you to send your CV. If they don't have vacancy, they'll just tell you plainly. And I would not advise you to go from one school to another to submit your CV, because most of the time, your CV will just end with the security or with the receptionist. They will not move your CV up. I've done it before. It was really stressful. And the weather is not favorable for you to be going from school to school. So it's just better for you to call them directly and ask if they have vacancy in their school. While the next thing is, if that is your first experience here in Qatar, please, as I said earlier, my salary was little, but I took it that they were paying me for me to get experience. Please do not look at the salary. I know a lot of people say that this salary is small. Why should I take the salary? I'll tell you that if the salary is able to pay your rent, feed you, and transport you to work, manage that salary. Don't be concerned about that salary. You can just work with them for 6 months or 1 year, and within time you will get a better job somewhere else. So don't even think about the salary. Forget about the salary, okay? While the next one is, this one can be a con. Qatar schools here mostly is based on nationality. If you are in the Western, if you're a Westerner, it's much more easier for you to get a teaching job. But if you are African or Asian, it might be a little bit difficult. But what I will tell you to do is target the Arabic schools. That's one thing I did. I targeted the Arabic owned, not Arabic speaking, Arabic owned schools. Those ones, they can employ anybody, and some of them, they pay well, okay? So if you're looking for a school, you see those international schools, they can only take you as teaching assistant. And for you to get a job as a teaching assistant there, it's a struggle. Like Newton, all these British international school, most of them, they take you as if you're not a Westerner, they'll take you as a teaching assistant. And for you to get a teaching assistant is very hard. So for you to climb the ladder slowly, you can check for Arabic-owned schools. There are so much. You can start with a nursery school. Right from the nursery school, you move to a kindergarten school. With time, when you gather the experience, if you're going to those international schools to ask them for a job, it's much more easier to get a job. See, I'm sharing tips with you all. You all should like this video. Don't leave without liking this video, okay? While currently, this is also a con. Currently, the school job is one of the easiest for you to get. Once you come to Qatar, it's very, very fast for you to get a teaching job here. But the problem is it's crowded now. We have a lot of people going into teaching, and because of the labor is very high, people that want to do the job is high. So most of these schools now, they are beginning to reduce the salaries. The salaries is not as juicy as at 2018, 2017, 2016. The salaries are no longer juicy. So just prepare your mind, okay? Teaching job is saturated and it is crowded. The next one is when you are teaching, you have to be mindful of the culture and the religion of Qatar. There is something that happened to my colleague. She sent a child with a workbook home and there was a pig picture on it. Then it caused a very big issue that the parents were saying that no, this is against our culture. Why would she put a pig picture for the child to learn how to spell pig? But from the teacher's mindset, the teacher just wanted to just let the child know how to pronounce those words. But the mom said you would have gotten another word that is not pig. So bear in mind the culture and the religion here. You have to be very careful. Know what you are teaching the kids. Do not go against the religion. Like there's one that happened where I was doing my training set, where I was training, then I was doing my course. This lady said she said something, but she did not mean it harmful to the religion. Then the kids went home and went to go and tell their parents, and they took it up against her. So be careful of what you say around the children. While the next one is take out time to know your students, because these students, they can stress you out. Just get ready for a mental breakdown. They will stress your life. And you cannot do them anything. You cannot even shout. You just have to know your ways and your strategy around them. So get ready. Prepare yourself, okay? I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped teaching, because the mental stress is no joke. While the next one I'm going to be talking about as a teacher, have a plan B. When I say have a plan B, is most of the time your salary might not really be enough, or you want to make extra income. So you can be a private tutor. You can check Facebook groups like English teachers in Qatar. You are going to see advertisement there. They are looking for teachers that will help them teach their kids. But the money per hour is not like before again, because as I said earlier, teaching job is very, very saturated at the moment. So, but at least at all, bad. So you can check there, you can check MZ Qatar. They are usually doing adverts there, and you can do advert for yourself and tell them that you are also a teacher. You can post those group, and also Qatar Living. You can as well check that out too. It's really going to help you. Have a plan B. Don't just depend on your school salary alone. You can have various salaries, various income. For example, if you have like 3 kids you are teaching every day or in a month, you know how much you are going to be making. So have a plan B for that. While the next one is, it might be a struggle at first teaching the kids, because most of these kids, they don't understand English, and some of them is just very little English they understand. Their parents speak Arabic to them, so it might be a struggle at first teaching these kids. Just prepare yourself, okay? Don't get worked up. Make your plans, make your strategies, because you'll be teaching these kids from the scratch. Like I've gotten lots of kids that is only Arabic that they understand, but before they left my class, most of them started speaking English fluently. They started writing. So, and it's a good thing for your student, for you to look at your students and you are so proud of them, like how far they have come. While the last one I'm going to be talking about, which is a very good one, and I know almost everybody will like it, is the good thing about teaching in Qatar is you will have your weekends, that is your Fridays and Saturdays off for yourself. And also, these public holidays, you will have it. It's not negotiable, you will have it. And long vacation, mostly the long vacation here is July to August. That's 2 months of rest. You're going to have it. December also, there is like 2 to 3 weeks break. You are always going to have this vacation, but always when you get an offer, talk to your school for you to know if they are going to be paying you during this holiday, so that you will not get disappointed. You will say that Shioma said I'm going to be having this, and at the end of the day I'm not having it. Ask questions, okay? Let everything be in agreement. Ask them questions. Am I going to be paid for it? if I'm going for my vacation, if I'm going for my holiday. Like some schools will tell you that for the 2 months holiday, they will pay you for 1 month, while the following months they will not pay you. So ask questions very well. So these are the pros, the cons, my experience about teaching here in Qatar. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me, put it also in the comment section, and share this video with everyone who cares to listen. I hope this have been able to convince you on how you can be a teacher here in Qatar. If you are new to this channel, please consider joining this family. It's all love here. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you all for always coming back to watch my videos. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, okay? See you all in the next one, but always remember to love yourself. Bye-bye.